Hello, this tutorial is on informative writing and the rubric that will be used to grade your work. As usual, we're going to really focus on what exceptional writing looks like according to the rubric, and then also what pieces would be missing for lower scores, and we're really going to be focusing on what a 1 score is for an adequate writing. First of all, one of the things that you'll be graded on is whether your text that you write is focused. Okay, is it set out to inform the reader with clear concepts and information? In an exceptional essay, you're clearly focusing on a compelling topic, and you use ideas, concepts, and information in informative writing. The development really has to do with what you use to provide and support that information. And this is where your research comes in. You are presenting relevant facts, you're defining words that need to be defined, you're providing concrete details, quotations, and examples. These all come from your research. And you need to fully develop and explain the topic. And this is where, when you get to your outlining and when you get to your writing, you're really going to take advantage of using the Toolman method, which we've used in constructed responses so far, but we're going to use it again in informative writing to really develop what we're talking about and to provide adequate support. Audience. You as an author are anticipating the audience's background knowledge on the topic, and you're also anticipating the needs of the audience, the concerns of the audience. What would they be interested in as you're writing this piece? Cohesion. This really has to do with transitional phrases, and we'll look at these. Also, you've looked at them in some of your videos, but are you using words and phrases that link ideas together in your writing? And are you explaining the relationship between the topic that you're giving and the examples and facts that you're giving? Language and style really has to do with how you're writing, and in a really exceptional essay, you are really engaging. You're formal. You're using an objective tone. And that means that you're not using a biased tone that's showing kind of your attitude about the subject, but you're showing that you're just giving the information. You're using specific language, and here's where using some of your figurative language that you've learned about can be really helpful in making it engaging. And topic-specific vocabulary. Do you understand some of the terms that are really specific to the topic that you're talking about? And lastly, are you following the conventions that you need to? Okay, and we are going to cite our work using MLA, and we'll talk about how to do that. But are you also using the correct punctuation? Are you using the correct capitalization? And an exceptional text is intentionally using those conventions of language. Okay, let's pop over here to what an inadequate essay looks like. As far as the focus goes, it's not focused, and there's not really a clear topic that you're discussing. As far as the development goes, you're using really limited facts and examples, and you might not even have a conclusion or a clear introduction as well. You're not developing what you're talking about. You're not also aware of what the audience's knowledge level is and needs. Often this is providing too little information to the audience. You're also, as far as cohesion goes, you're not providing phrases and clauses that link ideas together. You're not using those transitional phrases to pull your ideas together. As far as language and style goes, it's limited or inconsistent tone. Maybe sometimes you're showing bias, sometimes you're not. And you're not using topic-specific vocabulary. You don't seem to have a lot of knowledge about the topic that you're talking about. And lastly, as far as conventions go, you have a lot of inaccuracies and you're not using those conventions correctly. So that is what the rubric looks like, and what the grader of your essay is going to look for in informative writing.